everything you believe about separation is merely an illusion. Science has discovered something extraordinary that few truly comprehend. Everything in our universe is interconnected in ways that transcend conventional understanding of time and space. There is an invisible energy field that not only binds subatomic particles together, but also weaves through your thoughts, emotions, and most significantly, your destiny. What does this truly mean? It reveals that your mind is influencing reality in ways beyond your imagination. The knowledge you're about to gain could permanently transform your perception of reality. Imagine this. You hold two identical dice. You roll one in your location, while someone else rolls the other thousands of miles away. Now imagine that regardless of this vast distance, the outcome of one die instantly affects the other. This isn't some mystical concept. It's a fundamental principle of quantum physics called quantum entanglement. This phenomenon, validated through rigorous scientific experimentation, demonstrates that entangled particles maintain an invisible connection, responding to each other instantaneously, despite being separated by immense distances. What most people don't realize is that this principle extends beyond the microscopic realm, potentially influencing your consciousness, energy, and daily existence. Since everything in the universe consists of energy and fundamental particles, your consciousness likely follows these same universal principles. This suggests that your thoughts, intentions, and emotional states might exert far greater influence than you've ever considered. When you grasp this profound truth and learn to harness it consciously, you can begin to unlock the dormant energy that has always resided within you. Before understanding how this knowledge can revolutionize your reality, we must explore the mysterious connection between your mind and the universe. While your thoughts seem confined to your brain, they actually reach much further than you realize. Quantum physicists and researchers have discovered that consciousness isn't limited to the brain alone. It interacts with the fundamental fabric of the universe itself. Among the most compelling research comes from the HeartMath Institute, which discovered that the human heart generates a powerful electromagnetic field capable of influencing not just your physical body, but also your surrounding environment. This means your emotions and intentions radiate beyond your physical form, affecting other people and even distant events. If thoughts are energy forms, and energy can never be destroyed, where do your intentions and emotions go when projected? Into the universe? The concept of quantum entanglement suggests an interconnection between all particles, including those that constitute your being. This means when you focus on something with emotional intensity, that vibration can resonate throughout the universe, attracting situations and circumstances that match that frequency. This explains why some individuals seem to effortlessly manifest opportunities, meaningful encounters, and fortunate events, while others remain trapped in cycles of struggle and limitation. The secret lies in how your mental waves interact with this vast field of invisible energy. In the early 20th century, quantum physics began unveiling reality's hidden dimensions. The famous double-slit experiment revealed that light particles, photons, behave differently depending on whether they're being observed or not. This groundbreaking discovery demonstrated that an observer's consciousness influences physical matter, a concept that challenges conventional scientific understanding. Even more remarkable is the phenomenon of quantum entanglement. In 1935, Albert Einstein, Boris Podolsky, and Nathan Rosen proposed a theoretical experiment known as the EPR paradox, suggesting that if entanglement were real, two particles could remain connected even when separated by astronomical distances. Decades later, in 1982, physicist Alain Aspect confirmed this extraordinary theory. He demonstrated that altering one particle's state would instantly change its entangled partner, without any signal traveling between them. This confirmed the existence of an invisible connection between particles, an interconnection field that exists beyond the constraints of time and space. Consider this on a grander scale. If everything in the universe consists of these same fundamental particles, wouldn't your mind, thoughts, and energy also participate in this universal interconnection? The implications for your life are profound, and one of the primary mediators of this interaction between mind and universe is your subconscious mind, a living antenna constantly receiving and transmitting frequencies. Your thoughts aren't merely internal processes within your brain. They generate electromagnetic vibrations that propagate through space, interacting with the energy field surrounding you. What's even more fascinating is that this energy emission isn't limited to conscious thought. In fact, most of it originates from your subconscious mind. Research from the HeartMath Institute demonstrates that the human heart generates an electromagnetic field extending several meters beyond the physical body. This field interacts with other energy systems, functioning as a bridge between your emotional state and your external environment. And what controls the majority of this process? Your subconscious mind. The subconscious functions like a sophisticated radio antenna, continuously detecting external frequencies and emitting signals based on your deepest beliefs. This means if you harbor negative mental patterns, your subconscious will vibrate at that frequency, attracting situations and experiences that mirror that energy. However, if you learn to reprogram your subconscious, you can begin transmitting an entirely new frequency, dramatically transforming the events manifesting in your life. Reflect on this. Have you noticed that when you're in a negative emotional state, everything around you seems to deteriorate? Conversely, when you're radiating positive energy, opportunities seem to appear effortlessly. This occurs because your vibrational field responds directly to what's stored in your subconscious. If the subconscious possesses the power to emit and detect frequencies that shape our reality, why do most people fail to consciously access this remarkable ability? The answer lies in the mental conditioning we receive from birth. From our earliest years, we're conditioned to believe reality is fixed, that the world is purely material, and that we can only transform our lives through physical effort and logical reasoning. This limited perspective blocks our connection to the quantum laws governing the universe, imprisoning us in a reality that could be infinitely more expansive. Dr. Bruce Lipton, a pioneering biologist and epigenetics researcher, has shown that approximately 95% of our daily actions are controlled by the subconscious mind, which is primarily programmed during our first 7 years of life. During this critical period, our brain predominantly operates at the theta wave frequency, a highly receptive state similar to hypnosis. It's during this formative phase that we absorb beliefs, patterns, and limitations from our environment. If we grow up hearing phrases like "money is hard to earn," "you can't have everything in life," or "success requires relentless struggle," these concepts become deeply embedded programs within our subconscious. Later in life, even if we consciously desire abundance, success, or happiness, our deeper mind continues emitting frequencies based on these limiting beliefs acquired in childhood. These beliefs become powerful internal directives that shape our adult experiences. Even if you rationally reject these statements now, your subconscious still accepts them as fundamental truths. Here's how this practically impacts your life. If your subconscious believes money is difficult to acquire, you might still earn income, but somehow it always diminishes through unexpected expenses, poor investments, or opportunities that mysteriously dissolve. If your mind was programmed to believe relationships are inherently challenging, you might continuously attract partners who reinforce that belief, creating a recurring pattern of disappointment. If you were taught you don't deserve success, you might notice that whenever you approach a significant achievement, obstacles mysteriously appear to derail your progress. Consider how many times you've established a goal, whether to lose weight, increase your income, or build a fulfilling relationship, only to find yourself reverting to familiar patterns. This happens because while your conscious mind intends to follow one path, your subconscious is already programmed to follow another. This explains why countless people attempt to transform their lives, yet remain trapped in repetitive cycles. They fail to recognize that their energetic vibration is determined by a subconscious operating under outdated, limiting programming. The connection between your internal beliefs and external reality directly reflects what quantum physics calls quantum entanglement. But if transforming your life were as simple as changing your thoughts, wouldn't everyone already be living their dream existence? The challenge is that most people don't understand how to effectively reprogram their subconscious. They spend their lives attempting to alter external circumstances without realizing the true obstacle resides within. The encouraging news is that methods exist to reverse this programming. Just as a computer can be updated with new software, the subconscious mind can be reprogrammed with empowering beliefs that enable an entirely new reality. If everything in the universe is connected, how exactly does this connection manifest? The answer lies in the fascinating phenomenon of entangled particles, a quantum reality that challenges our fundamental understanding of existence and reveals a hidden power within each of us. When two subatomic particles become entangled, they maintain their connection regardless of the distance separating them. If one particle changes its state, the other responds instantaneously, as if they share a unified consciousness. The most remarkable aspect? This communication occurs without any visible physical signal, suggesting the existence of an information layer beyond the constraints of space and time that keeps everything unified. But why does this matter to you personally? Because your entire being, your body, mind, and consciousness consists of these very particles. You are an integral part of this vast interconnected field. What quantum physics reveals is that our connection to the universe runs far deeper than we previously imagined. And this connection isn't merely theoretical. It can be consciously activated and utilized to transform every aspect of your life. Research conducted by renowned physicist Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff suggests that consciousness may be linked to quantum behavior within the microtubules of brain cells. This groundbreaking insight indicates that your thoughts might operate in an entangled relationship with the universe itself. If your mind influences the reality surrounding you, then your thoughts and emotions aren't confined within your brain. They resonate throughout the quantum field. Your intentions, emotional states, and even your worldview generate waves that extend beyond your physical form, interacting with other energies and shaping your life experiences. Have you ever experienced an inexplicable sense that something negative was about to occur, despite having no obvious reason for concern, and then witnessed it unfold exactly as you sensed? Or perhaps you've thought intensely about someone, only to receive their call or message shortly afterward. These experiences demonstrate the quantum interconnectedness between your mind and external reality. If subatomic particles can communicate instantaneously regardless of distance, imagine what happens when your consciousness aligns with that same frequency of interconnection. Your intentions begin manifesting more rapidly. You attract circumstances and individuals who seem to appear at precisely the right place and time. Your energy and creative potential increase dramatically. You experience a deeper connection with your intuition and the natural flow of life. If everything throughout the universe is interconnected, then your thoughts and emotions function as energetic transmissions that interact with the very fabric of reality. What you feel and think doesn't simply dissipate within you. This energy propagates outward, creating vibrational patterns that influence everything in your environment. Neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza explains that when you generate a thought, it triggers a chemical reaction in the brain, which subsequently produces a corresponding emotion. That emotion reinforces the original thought, creating either a virtuous or vicious cycle. If you consistently focus on failure, fear, or scarcity, your body vibrates at that particular frequency, affecting your decisions, behaviors, and most significantly, what you attract into your life. Conversely, when you cultivate thoughts of success, abundance, and gratitude, your vibrational field transforms, causing your reality to begin reflecting this elevated frequency. If you're pursuing success but have been conditioned to believe that only a select few are fortunate enough to achieve it, your subconscious may establish invisible barriers that hinder your progress. In other words, merely wanting something consciously isn't sufficient. You must align your deepest vibration with that intention. The initial step in transforming your vibration involves reprogramming your subconscious to operate at a higher energetic level. This requires sending consistent signals to your energy field until your subconscious accepts this new reality as truth. As we consistently emphasize, one of the most powerful methods for accomplishing this is through meditation and visualization practices. When entering a meditative state, your brain begins operating at deeper frequencies, specifically theta and delta waves, which create ideal conditions for accessing the subconscious mind. Visualizing your goals as if they've already manifested reinforces this new vibrational state. Regularly repeating empowering phrases like, "I am worthy of abundance," or "My energy attracts extraordinary experiences," helps recondition your mind to function at this new frequency. High vibration emotions such as gratitude and love strengthen your energy field and facilitate deeper connection with the universe. You can enhance these benefits by combining them with meditation, breathing deeply, while consciously invoking these powerful emotional states. Many limiting beliefs originate from past experiences stored within the subconscious. Techniques like emotional freedom technique, EFT, and neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, can effectively dissolve these energetic barriers. When you consistently apply these practices, your thoughts and emotions begin resonating in harmony with the natural flow of the universe. And when that alignment occurs, something truly extraordinary happens. Your external reality begins shifting to reflect this new internal frequency. When you start aligning your consciousness with the profound truth of quantum entanglement, a fundamental transformation occurs. Your perception of reality fundamentally changes. You cease viewing the world as a collection of random, disconnected events and begin recognizing the greater flow of intelligence connecting everything. More importantly, you become aware of your active role in this process. The universe responds directly to the vibration you emit. When your conscious and subconscious minds align with thoughts of abundance, well-being, and confidence, this frequency reflects back to you through opportunities, unexpected encounters, and synchronicities that might appear coincidental. But in reality, none of these experiences are random. They represent the quantum field's natural response to your new energetic transmissions. Many individuals who experience this awakening report similar patterns of transformation. Synchronicities increase dramatically. You begin noticing events and encounters that seem to perfectly align, as if the universe is actively guiding your path. You contemplate a solution, and it manifests. You wish for an opportunity, and it appears at precisely the right moment. Your emotional state naturally elevates. Negative emotions like fear and anxiety lose their power because your mind is no longer trapped in the illusion of separation and chaos. Instead, you experience profound inner peace stemming from the certainty that everything is connected and flowing in your favor. You naturally attract people and experiences that resonate with your new vibration. When your frequency transforms, your external reality transforms accordingly. People who were once fixtures in your life may gradually drift away, while new connections emerge, bringing opportunities aligned with your elevated energy. Challenges lose their dominance over you. Problems and obstacles don't magically disappear, but your response to them fundamentally transforms. You begin perceiving them as integral components of a larger learning process, rather than viewing them as punishments or personal failures. However, there's a critical mistake that prevents many people from maintaining this state of alignment: the fluctuation between faith and doubt. Often, when we begin shifting our frequency, the universe tests our resolve. Unexpected challenges arise, situations that seem to contradict the new reality we're creating. If during these moments you surrender to fear, insecurity, or revert to old thought patterns, you inadvertently slow or even block your transformation process. This occurs because the universe requires confirmation before solidifying a new reality for you. This concept means that when you decide to change internally, the universe tests your vibration to ensure you're genuinely committed to this transformation. Imagine deciding to attract greater prosperity into your life and beginning to transform your beliefs about money. Initially, everything progresses smoothly until suddenly an unexpected expense or financial setback occurs. At that moment, most people react with frustration and fear, slipping back into the old frequency of scarcity. This is precisely where many fail in their manifestation journey. What they fail to recognize is that this challenging situation isn't indicating failure, but rather represents a test from the universe confirming whether your new vibration is authentic and stable. If you confront this challenge with your previous mindset, the universe recognizes that your frequency hasn't truly transformed. However, if you maintain unwavering confidence, act with certainty, and continue vibrating in abundance despite external circumstances, the universe registers this new frequency as your authentic reality. This principle applies to every type of change. If you decide to cultivate healthier relationships, you might notice old toxic patterns re-emerging. This represents a test to determine whether you'll respond differently or repeat familiar patterns. If you aspire to greater professional success, you may initially encounter obstacles, perhaps a difficult client or challenging project. Your persistence signals to the universe that you're prepared to progress. If you're developing greater self-confidence, you might face unexpected criticism. This occurs to reveal whether your self-esteem has genuinely transformed or still depends on external validation. The universe doesn't challenge you to induce surrender. It does so to confirm you're truly ready to receive what you've requested. When you understand this dynamic, challenges are no longer perceived as obstacles, but recognized as indicators of progress. They don't signify failure. They indicate that your new reality is undergoing adjustment. There's a crucial distinction between merely thinking about something and feeling it as already real. The universe responds to your emotional frequency, not just your rational desires. If you want wealth but experience anxiety and worry when contemplating money, that negative emotional state broadcasts a signal of scarcity, and your reality mirrors that vibration. Conversely, if you desire wealth and can genuinely feel gratitude and abundance before physically possessing the money, your vibration shifts and the universe responds to that elevated frequency. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains that the key to successful manifestation lies in embodying the emotional state of what you wish to experience, even before it materializes physically. When you enter that state, your subconscious begins accepting this new reality as truth, and your energy aligns with what you intend to manifest. To transform your reality, you must first transform your internal frequency. Here are 3 practical steps to accomplish this transformation. First, observe and consciously change your thoughts. Identify which mental patterns are creating your current reality. Whenever you notice negative thought patterns emerging, replace them with thoughts aligned with the reality you wish to create. Second, enter the correct emotional state. Simply repeating positive affirmations isn't sufficient. You must feel as if you're already living your desired life. This can be achieved through immersive visualization, where you vividly imagine your ideal reality and experience the associated emotions as if they were already manifest. Third, act in accordance with your new vibration. Your energy must be supported by aligned actions. If you desire abundance but act from fear of spending or losing money, your subconscious remains trapped in scarcity. Your actions must reflect complete confidence in the new reality you're creating. Many spiritual phenomena previously considered purely mystical can now be examined through the lens of quantum physics. Experiences such as déjà vu, premonitions, synchronicities, and even profound emotional connections between individuals can potentially be explained through the principle of quantum entanglement. Numerous ancient spiritual traditions described this universal interconnection long before modern science began investigating it. Concepts like prana in Hindu tradition, qi in Chinese philosophy, and the Akashic field in Western esotericism all describe an invisible field connecting everything throughout the universe. Now quantum physics validates these ancient concepts by demonstrating the existence of a subtle energy field permeating all of existence. The distinguished quantum physicist Dr. David Bohm proposed the theory of the holographic universe, suggesting that the reality we perceive represents merely a manifestation of a much larger, interconnected field of information. Quantum physicist Erwin Schrödinger famously stated, "The mind and the world are one," suggesting that consciousness isn't separate from physical reality, but rather represents a fundamental manifestation of the universe itself. This perspective aligns perfectly with the spiritual concept that we are all expressions of one universal consciousness, experiencing reality through different individual perspectives. This means your mind isn't isolated within your brain. Your thoughts, intentions, and emotions not only affect your physical body, but also interact with the universal energy field. This could explain phenomena like the feeling you've known someone before actually meeting them in this lifetime, perhaps reflecting an energetic entanglement between souls. Events that appear coincidental might actually represent direct responses to the frequencies you're emitting. Quantum entanglement doesn't apply solely to subatomic particles. It may explain spiritual connections between people. If particles can remain connected across vast distances of time and space, what prevents our consciousness from being similarly connected? This could explain why we can deeply feel another person's energy even from great distances, or why twins often sense when something significant happens to their sibling. Even concepts like soulmates can be viewed through this scientific lens. They would represent two consciousnesses that were once entangled and continue vibrating in resonance regardless of physical separation. Moreover, many spiritual practitioners describe the connection with the All, a state where the individual mind transcends separation and experiences unity with the universe. This state, often achieved through deep meditation, is described in terms remarkably similar to altered states of consciousness studied by both neuroscience and quantum physics. Many people attempt to change their lives exclusively at the conscious level. They make positive affirmations, set goals, and try thinking differently, but deep within they still harbor doubt, fear, and scarcity consciousness. This creates a vibrational conflict. You may verbally affirm belief in abundance, but if you feel anxious whenever contemplating money, your true vibration remains misaligned. Ask yourself honestly, what do I genuinely feel about what I want to manifest? If fear, doubt, or resistance emerges, your vibration isn't aligned with your desire. Emotion functions as the primary factor shaping vibration. If you desire abundance, ask yourself, how would I feel if I were already financially prosperous? Then consciously cultivate that feeling every day. The most effective approach to changing your vibration involves acting as if you've already become the person you aspire to be. If you want greater confidence, act confidently. If you desire success, make decisions as someone already successful would make them. Your subconscious requires evidence to accept a new reality. Now that you understand the power of quantum entanglement, the influence of the subconscious mind, and the impact of your vibration on manifesting reality, there's just one essential element remaining: complete surrender to the universal flow. The final key to accessing your hidden energy is achieving a state of absolute trust. This means aligning your vibration with what you desire, while simultaneously releasing the need to control the how and the when of its manifestation. This may seem paradoxical, but here's how it works. The more anxiously you desire something, accompanied by doubt, the more you reinforce the frequency of lacking that very thing. This scarcity frequency blocks the universe from responding with natural flow. Conversely, when you're fully aligned and confident, free from fear and anxiety, simply knowing that what you desire is already in motion, your reality begins transforming. In seemingly magical ways, the secret lies in reaching a state of vibrational certainty. This means you already feel and act as though your desired change has manifested. There's no doubt, no waiting, just absolute certainty that the universe is working in your favor. Here are 4 powerful ways to access this key in your life.